What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. It is currently Friday afternoon, and to be exact, it is currently Friday at about 4:30 in the afternoon. The sun is perfectly in the way of me being blind, and we are going to be starting a big project this weekend. So let me explain why I made this more complicated. I am now just going from a stock OEM speakers to a full kit, amp, sub, and everything. And I gotta gut the car. I gotta take the front doors out, the door cards out. I gotta remove the front back plastic, which means I gotta remove the back seat. And I said to myself, well, if I'm gonna put sound deadening on the doors and the back quarters, and realistically I'm gonna do the trunk as well, just because I can. You know, like if I have all the materials to do it, let me also do the floor. So that is where it becomes more complicated. Now the front seats have to come out. The center console has to come out. So this is all going to be new to me. I've never laid down sound deadening. I did watch a video on how to lay it down, and obviously as I remove the pieces of all the body panels, the center console, the seats and everything, we're going to go over one by one how to do it, and you guys follow along in the case you guys are doing this. And I guess the first part to realistically do is disconnect the battery, because we don't want it to die. So let's disconnect the battery. Oh, and good news, my hood's on its way. So cool. Let's I'm gonna take out the mats, and then we'll touch base when I start taking out the doors. This took a little bit longer to get out than expected. I think I got all of the clips out in one shot. I did. The video that OEM Audio Plus shows you for installation, there's no way they did it with the plastic pry tools. I had to put so much force behind this. I can still feel it in my hands. That's how much force I had to put behind it. But yeah, first things out. Alright guys and girls, so obviously we could see that I'm missing this piece right here. This piece I'm currently working on getting the carbon fiber overlay done to it. Should have been done a long time ago, but obviously I just haven't had time with all the crazy weather and stuff like that. So that's why this is missing here. So technically you would typically take off this trim piece right here, which is a silver. There's a little tab down here in the corner. Makes it nice and easy to get in there with the pry tool. Push that in there and it does pop it out. Just to show you a couple other places that we have to pop out, you're going to take this piece out right here. Just kind of come in from the back. If you ever are looking to put some insulation next to these buttons in here that are very, very rattly, you just come in here from the back and lift up. Once you pull this out, you can get free range out of it. There, on this one, at least the driver's side, there's one clip. On the passenger side, there is two. You just disengage the clip. This one here is on this side. Let me get this disconnected. So I ended up having to go inside and grab the smallest thing I could find to push into a hole that's on the side of this piece right here. Because pushing it in with my finger wasn't getting it to push in far enough where the clip would make it nice and easy to get out. Now that that is dislodged, this piece and the wires are two separate pieces, so again, don't pull on the wires because this is just going to break this. Once it's out, you can kind of wiggle everything out together. So as you can see, it's like there's two pieces to this connector, obviously. So there's two pieces right there. So yeah, and based off of the video that I watched for this, they say put this door card back in, or this piece back in, I guess, so you don't lose it. I'm not sure if it makes anything easier in terms of So now the next piece would be to this panel right here. I did it from this side on the other side, same exact place. Kind of pulled in there. It's basically just resting in there. There is some clips, but if you put it in from this side, there's a little plastic piece. I'm going to assume that piece is there on purpose to help you kind of pry it out. So again, from the inside, pry it out. That can stay there. Now, there is 3 screws. One here, and then 2 in here. Just remove all 3 screws, and then yeah, hold on. So now it's just now I didn't really find the best way to do this, but pretty much just pull on the door without breaking clips. One other thing, take this piece off right here. Easy. Lift up on it. Try not to pull this out when you're pulling. There is one other clip. It's right in here somewhere, so you kind of just gotta work with it. Again, try not to break it. Pull out the handle and disconnect the speaker to take out. It's a small clip, and obviously you're not trying not to break anything. So if you're doing this without replacing the speakers, obviously don't break the clip, don't break the tweeter. And with movie magic like that, as soon as I turned off the camera, I was able to get it disconnected. And there we go. The next door is down. Now, you can kind of get a look at it, see what we're looking at here. I don't feel like messing with this plastic here. It looks like there's a little bit of sound damp. I don't know what this piece is right here. I don't know if it's sound deadening or what. But yeah. You hear that? I don't know. I'll look up and see what other people have done. If people did the sound dampening, whether or not it's even worth putting it in there. But like down here, might be worth it. There is a little bit of foam in there, the bar going across. Again, I just don't know if I want to take that apart, because once you take that apart, I highly doubt it's going to sit back properly, and I don't have anything to put it back properly. Sidebar. My fiance got this nice 2019 Subaru Crosstrek in the silica, the black silica. Really nice, and I've gotten approval to do minor modifications to it. So, sorry for the intermission on this video, but if you guys have any recommendations of what we can do to this car to make it that much nicer, like I said, very modest modifications. Thinking about a lift kit, the rear spoiler. She wants to wrap the car, so we're gonna think about that stuff. So if you guys have any good recommendations for the car, interior, exterior, OEM Audio does make a kit for the Crosstrek. Maybe we'll do that in the future. Yeah. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. I've been doing a lot of research while definitely not at work. Yeah. Back to the regular video. Taking those front seats out were a little bit more of a pain than I remember. This the clip for the airbag, it was just giving me such a hard time, and then I realized I just have to continue to push down on the white tab. I guess if it feels like it's not coming out, that means the white tab isn't completely disengaged. This is for the 2014 and up. I'm not sure if the 2011, 12, and 13 all have the same thing. So, seats are out. We're obviously sitting in the back seat. It is kind of hot in here. Now, what is the next thing? Back seats. Realistically, it should only be the cushion that I'm sitting on that needs to come out when it comes down to this stuff. Obviously, you're going to have to disconnect the seat belts. It would have been pretty cool if I would have got maybe like a different kind of seat belt. I just don't know what color I would have done, and whether or not I can get something that fits a TC. I don't know if it's universal or not. But yeah, so I gotta take off this one, because obviously that's blocking some of the carpet. One moment. Yeah. Now, people are looking for the person who's talking, sitting in my car. Anyway, So that's off. So now it's the back seats. So the back seats are just a couple tabs. My understanding is just gotta pull, and hopefully not break a tab. They say start with the driver's side and do the passenger side next. I was actually watching the full video. I actually haven't watched the full video on how to install all of these speakers, and I gotta remove most of the trim anyway. So I'm really glad I'm doing this all in one shot, not coming back later on, because I gotta remove this piece right here. I gotta remove the carpet. I gotta remove the trim pieces on the side underneath the glove box. I gotta take the glove box out. I gotta take the trim around the radio out. So it's gonna be a fun time. My understanding is with this seat, it should just be a pull up. Obviously, there's clips on both sides. It's kind of a like that. Definitely easier than the TL for some reason. And I don't think there's anything. Well, that's a little bit gooey. I don't know what all that is. Got some change down here, stuff like that, and should just be able to pop. No, don't forget the buckles. That's very important to pop those out. Otherwise, you're not going too far with this seat. All right. So now we got to remove this trim piece back here. But first, to do that, this has to come out on both sides. Supposedly, there's a clip in the back. You got to disconnect it from here and from here, and then just lift straight up with it, and there's two tabs on this side, and then just basically lift straight up and out. So this one and the other one. There's like I said, there's a tab here, tab there, and then two tabs right here. Once that is done, my understanding is you got to pull up this trim piece right here so you can get access to this panel. So I kind of forgot this piece right here, this piece. Obviously I already messed up and I didn't pull this tab out like I did with this one. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way, the best way to get this white clip out of there. And I'm not really sure how this sits in here, how this screw sits in here, but turns out all this needed to come out so I can get to the carpet. Alright, so that actually took a little bit more figuring out than I thought it would do. Anyway, one thing I did find out is removing this back seatbelt is going to help you get in here better. So just kind of take that out of here. So that is out. It goes all the way up and in. I didn't realize how much pollen and dirt is back here. Clearly nobody sits back here. Why is there even a seat back here? Anyway, so here's what we gotta do. There's this little panel right here, the cup holder. I kind of pushed it, used a prying tool on the side. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's in here. So just kind of push into here until it kind of just pops right out of there. And there's really no like press here, press there. The clip is on the top, so maybe that would be the better way, better place to do it. And of course I pulled this one out. You don't have to pull it all the way out. There is a little tab right there so it doesn't come out. That bolt right there is a 10 mil. Just to save time and energy, I'm using the impact. Obviously, when I put all this back together, the only things I'm using the impact on is probably just the seat belts and obviously the seats, but not this stuff. So I'm just gonna zip this out of here real quick. Alright, it is out. Like I said, 10 mil. It's a little warm now. Ow. Anyway, next piece. There is a clip right down here at the bottom. And that I just use another prying tool, which I think I am currently sitting on it. It's right here. I use the one that has a groove in it, just because it's easier to kind of pop around it. It's not one of those ones where you can you could try pulling it up without one, with just like a regular flathead, but obviously trim tools are meant to be used with trim pieces should really be used with a trim tool. Again, makes things nice and easy to pop out. So that is Alright, sorry for the glare, guys. So I started in from down here at the bottom. Down here at the bottom, kind of just pulled out. Again, kind of a hard place to do all this stuff. On this side, the only difference is on this side, you obviously got the gas pump thing. So you just kind of, like, I want to say, like, be gentle, but at the same time, like, these clips, they don't really want you to be able to get them out. So, like, kind of have to finagle it in a way without breaking any clips to get it out of here. But what I ended up doing for these back clips is I put down the seat so I can get in here and pop it out. Obviously you can push the seat back up once that's done, and that is it for this piece. So just a little bit of housekeeping stuff. What I've been doing is every bolt that I can take out and put back in without being in the way of the carpet, I am doing it. So all of the bolts for the seats, I put them back in the holes. The bolts for the trim pieces, put it back where they're supposed to be. The doors, put it back where they are. There is these two bolts right here. This is the next step, by the way. So these two bolts are in the center console. I'm not taking those out right now because of, well, it's full, and I'll go through that another day. This piece right here is this little lever piece right here. That's how you get it out. It's right here underneath the seat. Just pull that one out as well. The center console piece right here has to come out. Now, I've never actually done this. One of the things I want to do is I want to buy the ring from a car guy's garage, and this wouldn't be a bad thing to learn. And if I break this, well, I have even more of a reason why to get it. So there's that. So this entire piece has to come out. From what I saw, to take this piece out, this has to come off. The car guy's garage, if you are watching this, I totally did not drop this. We'll put that back here, right underneath the camera for now, along with those screws. So that's out, and there's this little white clip on right here. You gotta pop this off as well. I don't know if there's a best way to do it. Just kind of separate it. Don't need a lot of force, and it pops out. And this little spring pops out from behind it. I am definitely gonna have to watch this in reverse. And actually, while I have this out, I might. If this is an easy piece to replace, and this is all easy to come out, I probably will order the reverse lockout ring from a car guy's garage. So yeah, spring white piece I'm gonna put again underneath the camera where you guys are. This piece is already loose because I took that screw out of here. Obviously, if you have a manual, or I guess any car, this is gonna have to be up in the upright position. Not entirely sure if this is gonna come off, not come off. We'll figure that out when we get there. So basically, for what I'm saying, to take this out, this piece right here, which runs along back towards the footwell over here, this piece has to come out here first, so this piece can be disengaged. So I just kind of put a prying tool right here. It is so dirty underneath there. Trying to find a place that I'm not sitting on bolts, because that's what suck, obviously. So just kind of be mindful when you pull this out. It all looks like it's the very easy clips where they kind of have some give to them, so you could take it out nice and easily. Now, I believe, based off of the short video, or short clip I just watched, I feel like I'm going to rip this cloth more than it already is. I do want to replace this, so it's not terrible if I do rip the leather. I'm probably going to go suede. I just have to get the material to do it all. So that is out of here. That falls down. This piece comes out. And there is two clips right here. Just got to make sure you disconnect them as well. Again, make sure when you're doing any of this stuff that the battery is disconnected. So if you end up doing this in the future, battery disconnected. Anyway, so that is out. this can come off. All this has to come out clearly. That came out relatively easy. Again, another clip. There is 2 bolts slash Phillips head screws right here. There is 2 trim pieces down here. I'm not sure if all of this is connected. It might be. That might be this piece right here. So let's take out those 2 Phillips heads. Oh, by the way, in here, they were like finger loose, and I've never taken them out of here before, so that's how they came from factory. So I don't know what size they are, but I want to say they're a 10. I want to say they're a 10. Anyway, let me take this out of here, because those are definitely not a 10, and I might take that with the Phillips head. So let me take that out of here, and I'll touch base with you guys to see if that's all I needed to take out. This piece. So those were relatively easy to get out. There is 2 panels down here in the floorboard. Looks like they kind of pull out, up, and then back. Relatively easy to pop out. I actually just pulled back on this and it kind of did it. There is 2 clips in here that will kind of move back with you. And now, if I'm correct, it feels like there's more to it, but to be honest with you, that's all it was. So now that is in there, what seems to be connected? Absolutely nothing. That is how you take that out. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna take this out. It's not a 10, it's not a 14, it is a 12. So there's 2 clips right here. They're just, if you get in there with a pry tool or flathead, you kind of pop them up and pop them out. There's one right here, one right here, one right here. This obviously holds in the carpet. Move the carpet back, and we zip these out. So there's these clips right here. You kind of just, there's a little lever right here, kind of push them back and lift it up. That goes on all of them. And just kind of lift up and over, I guess. Nice, easy 10 mil. Came right out. Had no issues with it. Okay, so I didn't break the clip, thank God, but it does look like you have to pull forward on it and then pull it out. Wire going in through here, push it this way, twist, get that wire nice and straight out of here, pull it out of there. Now it can kind of just stay in here, and if you pull on it, it should release the gas tank, just in case you want to do something like that. So there's actually 2 clips, one right here and one on the other side, holding in the carpet on here. I want to say, once those 2 clips are out, the 2 clips in the back are out, everything's disconnected. Look how easy this thing's moving around. I did have to disconnect the Velcro right here. When you do tug, be careful when you tug, because you got to pull this up and over what should be the glove box. So I'm going to go disconnect those, take the carpet out, see what else we're working with underneath here. This really needs to get cleaned. I'll tell you this much. That is a lot of work. That is a lot of work, and it's all one piece. I really wish there was a way to, I don't know if there is a way, if it's even possible, to get new fabric and lay it down and mold it out like this. Because obviously, like this panel right here from before I got the floor or the mats, that's obviously from rubbing on the footwear, etc. It's all dirty and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm gonna vacuum all this stuff up before I put it back in the car. I'm not gonna do it right this second. This is gonna go into the basement for the night. There's some foam underneath it, not that bad. We are gonna be adding some of our own. Now it's time and hop in the car. All right, part 1 is done. We got the car completely gutted. We are now ready to do sound deadening, and that's gonna be the next video for you guys. Try to kind of break it up like this. It's better to break it up like this, otherwise it's just gonna be one really long video. I'm not gonna release them back to back, so you guys have a couple days to kind of watch this one and then get ready for the next one. And yeah, I'm doing this all in a weekend, but you guys will see this in a couple days. Not terrible. Sorry to disappoint if you guys are expecting this all in one video. It is a lot. I'm gonna go eat something. It's hot in here. Gotta clean up and go eat dinner. So I'll catch you guys in part 2 where we're doing the sound editing later.